If you clicked on this video to get some book recommendations, well, then you're in the right place. Hi friends, my name is Bart, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to talk about my 2023 TBR so far. We're January and that's a typical month for my TBR to start growing again, so I'll take you through the books that I am going to read in the spring of 2023. Now, as always, I will link all of these books down below in the description, so if you want to research any of them for yourself, you can. So enough introduction, let's get to the books. Now, this first one is To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, and it's one of those classics that I've always wanted to read, but for some reason never did. And if you don't know what it's about, Mr. and Mrs. Ramsey and their 8 children have always holidayed at their summer house in Skye, surrounded by family friends. The novel's opening section teems with the noise, complications, bruised emotions, joy and quiet tragedies of everyday family life that might go on forever. But time passes, bringing with it war and death, and the summer house stands empty until one day, many years later, when the family returns to make the long postponed visit to the lighthouse. Now, I've seen this one recommended a lot lately, and when I encountered this with this beautiful cover, I had to pick this up. So yeah, first one on the list, Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. As for our second book, it's another blue one. It's The Deep by River Solomon. It's not a book I know much about. I do admit that I am a sucker for a beautiful cover, and I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. It's a compelling story about the power and necessity of history and memory. Yetu holds the memories for her people, water-dwelling descendants of pregnant African slave women. Their past, too traumatic to be remembered regularly, is forgotten by everyone, save one, the historian. And this demanding role has been bestowed on Yetu. Yetu remembers for everyone. And the memories, painful and wonderful, traumatic and terrible, are destroying her. And so she flees to the surface, escaping the memories, the expectations and the responsibilities, and discovers a world her people left behind long ago. Now, I think this is going to be a heavier read. It will come with some trigger warnings. Somehow it intrigued me. It's the whole storytelling idea of oral history that really interests me. So yeah, looking forward to this one, The Deep by River Solomon. As for our third book today, it's, you might have seen this one. It's The 7 Moons of Mali Almeida by Shehan Karunatilaka. Hope I pronounced that right. This is the winner of the Booker Prize of last year, 2022. I normally don't go for, the prize-winning books and they have to be good and this and that, but this one intrigued me. The reason why, as I understand it, there is this war photographer who wakes up dead. His body is sinking in the Beira Lake and he has no idea who killed him. At a time when scores are settled by death squads, suicide bombers and hired goons, the list of suspects is depressingly long, and the ghouls and ghosts who cluster around him can attest. But even in the afterlife, time is running out for Maali. He has 7 moons to try and contact the man and woman he loves most, and lead them to the hidden cache of photos that will rock Sri Lanka. So I think this is a layered story. This will, of course, be the very personal story of the main character, Maali, who gets murdered and will probably try to set things right even from the afterlife. But it's also a story of a war-torn Sri Lanka, which is plagued by civil war, suicide bombings, terrorism, things like that. So this is going to be another heavy read, I think, but I think this is going to be a beautiful one. So yeah, The 7 Moons of Mali Almeida by, and here we go again, Shehan Karunatilaka. That one went better. Our next book is something totally different. It's They Never Learn by Layne Fargo. It's a thriller. Scarlett Clark is an exceptional English professor, but she's even better at getting away with murder. Now, every year Dr. Clark searches for the worst man at Gorman University and plots his demise. Thanks to her planning, she's avoided drawing attention to herself, but as she's preparing for her biggest kill yet, the school starts probing into the body count on campus. Determined to keep her enemies close, Scarlett insinuates herself into the investigation. Everything's going according to her master plan until she loses control with her latest victim. So it's something totally different. It's a female serial killer, which you don't see all that often. And it says that, or at least the back says that it is ideal for fans of Fargo, which I am. So we'll see. I think this one is going to be Strangely enough, a lighter read, a faster read. And yeah, looking forward to this one as well. They Never Learn by Layne and Fargo. Now enough with the heavy, dark reads. Let's go for something lighter this time. It's The Cat Who Saved Books by Sosuke Natsukawa. And it doesn't say much. On the backside it says, Grandpa used to say it all the time. Books have tremendous power. But what is that power really? And again, this is one of those books that I don't know really much about. I know it's a very heartwarming story. It's about the power of books, about finding courage, caring for others. I've been reading a lot of Japanese literature with the whole Before the Coffee Gets Cold series as well. So encountering this one with the promise of being another cozy read and the cute little cat on the front sold me to this book, The Cat Who Saved Books by Sosuke Natsukawa. Very, very intrigued. I've been reading a lot of cozy literature lately, and I must say I'm really enjoying it. So this is another one for that list. And speaking of cozy literature, the one that I've started just earlier this week, and you've all seen somewhere already, is Legends and Lattes. I know I'm a bit late to the club. Legends and Lattes is, well, the cozy fantasy revelation of 2022. If you don't know, it's about Viv, and Viv is an orc barbarian who's done slaying monsters. Basically, she's had it with the going out, picking up bounties, hunting down monsters, killing them, collecting the whole, fantasy trope, and she decides to call it quits. She collects on her debts, takes her money, and travels to a small town where she wants to open a cafe, really. All she wants to do is serve coffee and spread that love for the drink that she encountered on one of her travels. And I must say, it does deliver on its promise. It's a very cozy book. It's like a warm blanket around you when you're reading. There is some story, there is some plot, but it's all very, very wholesome. It's a very nice read, and I think this is going to be a book that I'm going to be a bit sad about that it's finished. Because it's a comfort read, basically. Really enjoying it. It won't last long. I'm going quite fast through it. It's quite easy read, but Legends and Lattes, if you haven't picked it up yet, I highly recommend this one. It's something totally different, and it's very, very cozy and wholesome. Another bigger book. Now, you might have seen my video on my reading goals for 2023, and if you haven't, you can check it out here. And one of my reading goals was to read more contemporary poetry. So I asked you guys, which ones would you recommend? And Amanda Lovelace was recommended to me. This is You Are Your Own Fairy Tale, and this is a beautiful edition that collects a few of her poetry books. It has beautiful illustrations inside, and the book claims to be an essential collection for everyone who loves beautiful things and magical words. So yeah, this is one I'm going to put aside on a coffee table somewhere and just pick it up now and then. Read one or two poetries. Some are very short, as you can see. So if you're following me on Goodreads, this is going to be one that will be on there for a long time, because I'm not going to rush through it. I'm going to just lay it aside, pick it up whenever I'm feeling it, and read one or two poems. So I'm looking forward to this, looking forward to one of the books that you guys recommended me. So You Are Your Own Fairy Tale by Amanda Lovelace. And then it's already the last book on my TBR, which is again something totally different. It's The Big Panda and Tiny Dragon. Now, one of my absolute favorite books in 2022 was The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, which is, I don't really want to call it a graphic novel, because it's more like a collection of sketches and thoughts, but it's a masterpiece. It's gorgeous art with very warm, wholesome ideas about self-care, about friendship, about love. So when I saw this one, it immediately remembered me of that one, so I had to pick it up. Again, it's a collection of sketches, of thoughts. There's not much going on. There's not like there is an arcing story. It's one of those beautiful, beautiful, I don't know if you can see this. It's one of those books that's just, I have to have them in my collection. So here it says, beloved friends Big Panda and Tiny Dragon journey through the season of the year together. And although they often get lost, it leads them to discover many beautiful things. They explore the hardships and happiness that connects us all. They learn how to live in the moment, how to be at peace with uncertainty, and how to find the strength to overcome life's obstacles together. It's inspired by Buddhist philosophy. It shares the ideas that have helped the writer and artist through some difficult times, and he says at the back of the book that he hopes it will help you too. Last one on the list for today, James Norbury, Big Panda and Tiny Dragon. So yeah, these books are my TBR for 2023 so far. I think they will last me through spring, especially if some arcs that I have to read come into that pile as well. So yeah, this is the spring edition of my TBR 2023, and these are all books that I really look forward to reading. Hope you found some recommendations for yourself. If you did, give it a like and let me know in the comments which is the book on your TBR right now that you're most excited to read, because I need more recommendations. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Bye.